let's define a short sale.
Sure, Damien. I'm going to oversimplify it. Actually,
That's good.
What a short sale is when somebody needs to divest or sell their home, and their home has been unfortunately valued for less than what they owe their banks. And many times they have more than one bank. Sometimes they have one mortgage. Sometimes they have two mortgages.
Right.
So, for example, they get the bad news from their listing agent. They say, "I'm sorry to tell you, but your home is only worth $250,000, and they owe $300,000 to Citi."
Yeah,
that's an
bad.
oversimplification, but that's what a short sale is.
Yeah, I remember back in the day, I don't know, it's 08, maybe 09. I had a client, we made an offer on a short sale to buy a house. I think it was in Creve Coeur, and we're still waiting for the response from the bank. I mean,
oh, wow.
Yeah. I mean, the norm, the typical was, 3 or 4 months just to get an answer to an offer, and 6 to 12 months to close a deal if you actually came together.
And it could have been as long as 18 months, and I've heard of 24 months. And that was years ago, Damien.
Yeah, well, I'm running 7 years now, so.
That is definitely highly unusual. Things have changed dramatically, though. Not only the banks have become more systemized, automated, and streamlined, we have as well. So when we get an offer on a short sale, our average to close is anywhere between 2 and 3 months.
That's amazing.
It is amazing. And, just a few years ago, it would be 9 months to a year, which chilled a lot of offers. A lot of buyer's agents would just fly right past that house and said, nope, we're not looking at that. It's going to take you a year to get the house. And that's simply not true anymore.
Now you're saying that the time frame can really be 3 to 6 months to get something closed, which is kind of a little more than a conventional transaction. But not by much.
Actually, after we receive an offer, Damien, it's always less than 6 months. It's rarely 6 months.
Yeah.
We can get it done in 2 to 3 months just
That's
because
awesome.
the banks are better. They're more streamlined. We have a well-oiled machine is the way I like to look at it. It's very streamlined, very automated. We have great red phone contacts. We know exactly what to do. And we're ahead of the curve. So the banks never really have to educate us.
So if we do have a client who is perhaps behind on their payment, doesn't really see a way out, what does Kayser, and I think we just have about 1 minute left, but what does Kayser Short Sale Law Center do for that home seller?
We actually do everything. We will actually take the offer. We work with their listing agent, with their realtor, and we will negotiate with their banks to accept less than the amount due. Many times that's two banks,
because
two
they don't
mortgages.
want to negotiate with the bank. They don't know who to talk to. They have no leverage. They have no power.
Correct.
You'll do that for them.
Correct. We do that for them. We put the package together, Damien, which is a lot of financial documents. It's a hardship letter. It's tax returns.
And if that documentation isn't set up in order and done correctly, we got problems.
That's correct.
So here's the message, listeners. If you are a little behind in your payments on your house and you don't really see a way to get out of that other than, divesting yourself, do everything you can to avoid a repossession. Call me, Damian Gerard, or call Elizabeth Kayser and talk about short sale as a potential option, and we'll help you understand if that works for you or if that could work for you.
And Damien, I do want to say the biggest reason to do a short sale, which I think the listeners really need to hear, is that they can actually get back into a home in as little as a year to 2 years after they do a short sale. If they let it go back to the bank in a repossession, as you call it, or a foreclosure, it can be 5 to 7 years. That is the biggest reason to do a short sale. Protect your credit.
It's an important reason. So, Elizabeth, if someone has questions, can they call you? Will you take questions?
They sure can. 636-220-2218.
If you have a short sale question, call Elizabeth Kayser at the Kayser Short Sale Law Center. Her number is 636-220-2218.